drill, baby, drill.
We have Muhammad Hamdan here. We lost his sister yesterday, Farah Hamdan. And since it was day one for me, and since arrival, we met a lot of other kids who had the same problem. So they all arrived malnourished. Muhammad is better today. He could at least walk. Yesterday, we were so busy looking after him. There was no time to take pictures and photos and videos in the middle of disaster. His legs couldn't hold him because how malnourished he is. قد ايه عمره حمدان محمد؟ 10. He's 10 years old, but he definitely looks younger than 10 years old. His sister was 15. She looked 10 or 7 even. On top of the malnourishment, most of the people here are now intoxicated by the dirty water. So the water here is not good for human use. Even as doctors now, we all have gastritis. And with the poor kids, they can't tolerate as much as we do. On top of their malnutrition, once they have diarrhea, they all run into severe hypokalemia. So we're now watching kids that are having a cardiac arrest. Every few hours, we have a kid with a cardiac arrest. Now, the occupation now has put the lockdown. Hardly, if anything, I'm saying there's no aid here. There's no aid whatsoever, and we're just that kind of a slow torture and dying. There's nothing left. No money, no food, no water, no electricity, no homes. Everyone is dying either by a bomb or by slow torture. This needs to stop. This needs to stop like right now. There's no time left. What are we waiting for? The things like we can't show the disaster on TV because it's so traumatic, but we're living this. And it's hard for people to watch on TV, but we're living this. Those people are just like you and me. No one is better than anyone else. Don't stay silent. We're all complicit. Please make sure that we can stop this. It's all man-made. It's all human-made. Just at least open the aid to come for these people. The other part, all the injuries, the wound injuries that we're having to put chest tube, and they have brain injuries that we leave for observation and bleeding and eventually dying, or they end up with paralysis. These are the people are desperate because they want to feed their kids. They go to the humanitarian aid sites, or what they call the death traps. They know that there is more than 80% chance they'll get shot, but they still go to bring food to their kids, and they're filling the emergency department with wounds. Why are they doing this? Is this like psychological torture, unhumanitarian, on top of this severe kind of blockade and occupation? This shouldn't happen. I don't know what else to say. If this is ongoing for more than 2.5 years, for how long? For how long? Until no one is left? It's either ethnic cleansing or genocide, or until no one is left. That's basically the message that I'm getting since arrival. All right.
Bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Stamattina mi sono alzato e ho trovato.
Breaking news, guys. Trump announced about an hour ago that he he found the cure to autism. And he's gonna announce the cure tomorrow. Okay, just for anyone wondering. You know where he announced this? At Charlie Kirk's memorial. How do you even get to that point? How do you get to that point at someone's memorial? Where does it make sense? Anyway, I guess we're gonna find out soon. The cure to autism.
Shit. Alien! That is where you've always been wrong about me, Lex. I'm as human as anyone. I love, I get scared. I wake up every morning, and despite not knowing what to do, I put one foot in front of the other, and I try to make the best choices I can. I screw up all the time. But that is being human. And that's my greatest strength.
Me, unlike me. Do you think I'm strange? Unlike you, unlike you.
My name is the Woker. Why so curious?
Around here looking like you. You wanna beef with me, are you sure? Do she even gotta be a T award? Slap me cause you bored, just a big lapdog, be a Labrador. I'm pretty and I'm petty as pretty and I'm petty as pretty.
It's like she never left. This is more than a crush, more than a like more than a love. Baby, I'ma make you mine, and I ain't giving up.
Christ died at 33 years old, but he changed the trajectory of history. Charlie died at 31 years old, but because he had surrendered, he also now has changed the trajectory of history.
If an unvaccinated child gets a disease that's been eradicated in humans, then the parents should be liable for child neglect or child abuse, depending on the situation, regardless of whether the child lives or dies. If an unvaccinated child gives a baby who's too young to be vaccinated a disease that harms that infant, then the infant's family should be able to press charges against the unvaccinated child's family. If an unvaccinated child gets a disease that they survive and it gives them a chronic condition or something that affects the rest of their life, they should have the choice to press charges against their parents. If an unvaccinated child or adults or anyone gets a disease, then they should be responsible for all the financial costs for their medical bills. Insurance should not cover any of that because they knew what they were doing by not just getting a shot. Like, vaccines are not expensive. So, I mean, if you want to die of measles in the hospital, then, like, go the fuck ahead. But insurance should not be responsible for that because that was your choice to get measles. Because you basically were asking for it.
Okay.
You were obviously crying because you didn't want to... No, sorry, I don't care. I literally...
Charlie, DNA is not created. DNA is not created. You have, the father has his own genome, the mother has her own genome. They fuse. This is why you have the same characteristics, similar ones to your mother, similar ones to your father. That's why you have similar characteristics to your siblings. DNA is not created, right? So when you ask me, where does a human being come from? I can say to you, it starts at conception, but all conception is these two cells joining, right? But these two cells were created, the mother's cells were created long before, they were created when she was a fetus. So there's none of this DNA being produced, right? So we can't establish. The only thing that happens at conception is these two cells fuse. Now this idea that means that for some reason suddenly that moral worth comes in, but it wasn't there before when you had these two cells who had half the DNA. But suddenly there's
correct. Yes, something magical happens at this.
It's not magical, Charlie. We know about this.
Well, hold on.
Charlie.
Time out. Hold on.
promise you, I'm not trying to score points. I'm not trying to score points on you. This is genuinely...
We call it the miracle of life for a reason. We've not been able to yet replicate human life development outside of the womb.
We call it the miracle of life because, yes, it's something beautiful, the ability to form a new...
Magical.
It's not... You say magical, is it, oh, it's beautiful, it's an incredible thing that happens, of course. But it's not incredible in the sense we don't know what's going on. There's no new DNA coming out of nowhere.
Hold on, but time out. Isn't there a separate DNA, though, than the mother? Like...
Yes, from the father.
The New Zealand haka is the most obnoxious fucking thing ever.
Hold the fuck on. You calling the haka trash, obnoxious, and if you could, you'd make it illegal. Kindly slap the shit out of yourself. Motherfucker, you wrong. The haka is us. That's our identity, our mana. That is what we do. Now, you don't have to like it, but don't ever fucking disrespect it. You fucking knob. But, here's my take on the haka whānau. The haka is overused. Use it at every single rugby game, every single event. Fuck, they're doing it before they play pickleball now. Brother, it's getting thrown around like some fucking decoration. No, that's how the haka is used, but fuck, the impact has been watered down because of it. But like I said, haka itself, that shit's untouchable. That shit is mana. So motherfucker, just uppercut yourself, because the haka will outlast your opinion every fucking time. So eat my ass. Fuck up.
And tomorrow we're going to have one of the biggest announcements, really medically, I think, in the history of our country. We're going to be doing it with Bobby and Oz and all of the professionals. I think you're going to find it to be amazing. I think we found an answer to autism. How about that? Autism. Tomorrow, we're going to be talking in the Oval Office in the White House about autism, how it happens, so we won't let it happen anymore, and how to get at least somewhat better when you have it, so that parents can help their child, their
No, you are not. No, you are not. No, you are not.
I don't know how we're in 2025.
It's time for us to stop listening to rap music and this degenerate hip-hop stuff and go back to the music that built our civilization.
Who shot ya? Separate the weak from the ops. Leap hard to creep them Brooklyn streets. It's on, nigga. Fuck all that bickering beef. I can hear sweat trickling down your cheek. Your heartbeat sound like Sasquatch feet. Thundering, shaking the concrete. Then the shit stop when I fall the plot.
But if Martin Luther was living,
life. Take a stand with pride. I don't understand how you stand to the side.
I just have to say, if you're more upset that Jimmy Kimmel lost his job than you were of Charlie Kirk losing his life over free speech, we're not the same. We're not the same, babes. Like, I've seen everything I need to see, and I'm good.
I'm sorry, Hannah, did you take a poll and see who's more outraged about what's happening? Yes, actually, Hannah, you should be more outraged at what is currently happening in the world instead of about a guy who didn't even know you, who was an absolute piece of shit. I see you're still defending yourself over Charlie instead of talking about anything else that is currently happening or has happened so far this year. Yeah, we are not the same, girly. Charlie was silenced by one person who isn't even being convicted yet. One person. Not half the country, not us. We didn't do anything. When the government gets involved and starts firing people over a comment that Jimmy made about Trump, not Charlie. Yeah, that's actually really fucking bad, Hannah. But this is happening right now. We are trying to avoid losing our constitutional rights, Hannah.